report that you had seen a picture. I think it was, you have to remind me if it was on the 4th of July when you saw the finger of God pointing up. Why don't we pull that up? And was that on the 4th?
It was on the 4th of July.
It wasn't the best picture. It was a little bit dark, but I don't know if you can see it because you have to kind of look to your side on that.
I can see it from here across the room.
Oh, okay. Tell people about that.
It was at the very end of the fireworks. First, I have to say, I always have to give a prelude to that. Sunday morning in Hank Kuhneman's meeting, the Lord of Hosts Church, God always says something powerful through him. And so he was saying, because I was watching, that he had said, God said these words: watch for my hand, watch for my fist, watch for my finger pointing. Now, when he said that, that was Sunday morning, okay? I saw it afterwards when I got back from the fireworks. I watched it, so I didn't actually see it before this all happened. So I didn't know what was happening. And so when the fireworks happened, and we actually taped part of that, it's out there somewhere on Facebook, I think. At the end of the fireworks, the very end, when all the smoke is still there and the sky was kind of like dark, all of a sudden, and I mean it was all of a sudden, it wasn't something that slowly appeared, it just appeared in the sky over right above where we were watching the fireworks, was not just the hand of God or the fist of God, but the finger was there, and God said, watch for the finger pointing. And so there you go. If you look closely, you will see that is a fist fisted up with a finger pointing. And God said, now it's done. And I can just tell you that he is moving his hand, which is what I would have talked about anyway if he hadn't even given me that. He said, send it to Hank. So I sent it to Hank. And it was amazing that had just been said that morning, that Sunday morning. And here is the hand of God with his finger pointing Sunday night. That's not even 24 hours, people. That happened right away, which of course thrilled Hank. Now, when I sent it to him, he was coming back from somewhere in the States that he was ministering. But when they landed at the airport, he actually got to see my text and he was undone. So he showed that in his next service, that God had answered his own words when he said, watch for my hand, watch for the fist, watch for the finger pointing. And then he sends it, okay? You cannot make this stuff up, people. God is serious about doing something. And I'm telling you, the left better be more scared than they ever have in their lives, thinking the more evil they do, the more they're going to get away with. It's just adding up. And there's going to be a moment when God does something. And the very fact that before, when he would say something during the elections, what he was going to do, with Trump, what he was going to do against all the evil. And now he says something in the morning, and that night is giving an answer to that. Himself personally putting his hand and his finger up in the sky. People better get ready for something exciting to happen. That's all. That's about it. But I'm excited that God sent that. Hank is happy that he sent it. And of course, we said it was nighttime and the fireworks had just dimmed. If you look really close, you might see some of the eyes of the host of heaven behind him, behind that hand. Those aren't just little faces. Those are the army of heaven standing in the sky behind the hand of God. So I can tell you, they are getting ready to do something very powerful on behalf of America and then on behalf of the world. So don't you ever think evil is getting away with what they think they are.
By the way, some of you, especially if you're newer, you would not have been here in the early days when God was knitting this group of prophets together, one after another. We brought them on, and then God showed us who to put in next. Well, one day I get contacted by Sunil, who works for both me and Hank, and he said, Hank had a dream, and he had a dream about this woman with pink hair and was eating cake, and he wants to know who that was. And that's how that connection started. God gave him a dream first before he knew about you, and he said, who's that woman with pink hair and it was eating cake? The next thing we knew, Hank invites Kat to his church, and what, you all ate cake right on the platform or something, right?
Yes, there was cake.
Now I'm hungry for cake.